Hello, hello, hello. It is time for some FACEIT League. And we're kicking off with a couple of new teams, at least, teams that are new to stream here. We got the Rock taking on Deadlocked for tonight's matchup. Rock coming in 0-2. This is their first season in the league. So, got through on qualifiers. Let's see, faced Wide Group and Deadlocked to start it off. We're actually going to see Wide Group a little bit later on in the week. So I got a message from Kat, who is with Deadlocked. Was just kind of highlighting some things here for me. So this is Battle for First and Advanced. This is Crimson's and Octane. So is Octane... So this is what I was trying to figure out, like, on the fly, because I just saw this DM. So then I started, trying to piece together what this means, right? So this match was sent to me. So this is Season 4 in a Advanced... So you can see Mech, Senator Slime. Like, this is... this is one hell of an overview page. That was Mech's page. Anyway, this is Deadlocked. Senator Slime, right? So they just changed their name to Deadlock here for Season 5. And then, we're Advanced, did get second place. We're your second place finishers coming out of Advanced there for Season 4. I think we're in Advanced for the first several seasons. Okay, open division for Season 2. But are making their debut here in Advanced. Deadlocked do have a 2-0 record here to start. Going up against the opposite of Rock coming in with an 0-2 record. I did not hear a game invite. We had a Winston and a break ban. Illios here for your first map. I didn't realize we were at top of the hour while I was sitting here trying to decipher the DMs. Hey, it's cool. We have more info than just, we have an 0-2 team versus a 2-0 team. Apologies, as I was trying to figure out, I was trying to crack the code on the fly there. Here we may be chalk for map 1. Let's see what I can do. Oh, grand final was 4-3 to Crimsons. Gotcha. But you did play against Crimsons in that grand final. We may have to wait until map 2 to get in, since the match is being played. This is not a good... I'm getting in for map 2. I was talking with the FACEIT admins, trying to clarify things. It was an honest miscommunication. So Arlanta went from Aurora Una to Deadlocked, which I think is where I remember seeing Arlanta was on Una. Crimson's added Furry Femboy, Jono, and Kerm here for this season. Good to know. Good to know. We have had them on once already. We will be getting... I think we're getting Crimson's on a little bit later this week, as a matter of fact. That'll be the map. Okay. So let's see. Let's go ahead and get Deadlocked first point on the board. So we're going to be go ahead and moving into a map 2. So we missed map 1, y'all. There we go. There's our invite for map number 2. Let's see. We had Widow and Carry Band. Thank you. I'm going to have to... I didn't see if you got first band, so I'm just going to have to ask. This is... Rock. Not me. Mech says not me. I would never ban Widow. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. It is going to be Rock banning out the Widow. Let's see. We are starting on correct size. There you go. I will go ahead and get those bans in for you immediately.
5, 4, 3.
So Kiriko ban in from Deadlocked, starting us off on the attack. Okay, let's get into map 2. Again, apologies there for missing map 1, but better late than never. We're into this thing. Wins in defense from both. Pokes, who got play there that first, but immediately getting a kill on to Volterra right out of the gate here. Beautiful Bionade out of the K-Queen. Dude does end up falling, but still an important kill, and with that huge spawn advantage, that kill's still worthwhile, despite the 2Ps coming in from Quaver. My war chest of channel points is substantially depleted. I fear the Quack have bankrupted me. Hey, it's okay. Easy come, easy go. The Quack will also reward you, I have no doubt. I have no doubt. No many there to grab, so Quaver's going to have to recall after that stick out of Pokes. Pokes are already 93% to an opening ultimate. Both of our Freyas are getting this opening ult up very quickly. Quaver gets another pick, able to recall out. Pokes does put the bolo in up top on the Voltero. Voltero's low, trying to hide on the corner with their bubble. Successfully does so. Fading off mech. Cake Queen getting picked off, and Quaver continues to be a menace. Poke finally able to put them down. Quaver's already gotten like 6 final blows. Speaking of Quack, though, super impressed with Quick over the weekend. I unfortunately have not gotten to watch as much. I know they took a couple maps. Didn't they take 2 maps off the, like, they went to map 5, I believe? I was at a LAN. I had an event all weekend, so I was not able to really watch super closely. I tried to catch a couple maps, like, here and there. You know, I had my laptop up there and was watching the games when I could. Woo! Nice shots from Pokes. Puts hashtag grain into the grave. The bolo does not land there from Doom here. Kind of kicks the field goal, splitting in between Voltero and I believe that was Quaver on point. Actually, it was Senator Slime and Pokes on point, excuse me. Voltero's back here with the Primal Rage. Defense will stabilize there in the last couple meters. We still have Senator Slime lurking around. That'll do. Maybe QT not able to get around the corner in time to, like, you get the shield up in front of the poles. Well played there out of Quaver, knowing that the pulse direct wouldn't quite land. You get the second bolo here out of Poke. That one got shielded up. Senator Slime trying to primal down below 50 health, getting chased here. Quaver comes in trying to follow it up. Cake Queen is there. And Doom here wins out their duel. The battle name lands on a dabbing ninja. Mech there to clean up. Recalls back to the point where Quaver is coming in to try to hold, but it's a 1v4 and there's the cap. Big aggression. Ooh, and a great play from Voltero. Voltero jumping right up into that with a lot of pressure coming through the other side, and already, you know, Pokes had gotten a pick. I love that move from Voltero to kind of split the attacking force and slow that down. That was about to get out of control, and Voltero put a stop to that momentum. Very well played. Gonna follow up with a kill on the Pokes. Senator Slime looking to chase down. Yep, Doom here inside. Does find it. Winton on Winton. Let's get some Wintons in chat. I added new commands too, so like all you have to do is type Winton, and Wintons will pop up. Because, yay, Winton. Nano boost thrown on the Voltero. Eating all kinds of darts out of Pokes.
Thanks for picking me up.
Very thoughtful of Pokes to wait on their supports, give them that little ult charge. Cut in with the defensive Freya. Bolo ready to go. Speaking of, Pulse Bomb lands from Quaver. Pokes eats one of the explosive bolos. There's a nano Cake Queen up top. Senator Slime not able to really find much. Yes. In case you didn't get it, yes. That is, the Discord would be the place to do that there, Rimuru. Rimuru? Or is it Rimuru? I think it's Rimuru. I don't know. Either way, sorry. Join the Discord. Yeah. There's a primal going on behind here. Voltero's going to have to do it without their supports. All the squishies being held back. Bolts. Ooh, Doomare throwing a bolo, but gets finished off by Quaver. Or by Pokes, rather. $2v1 on the point. Yeah, 2v1 favoring the defense. Here comes Mech right back into this fight. Ooh, driven right back away. The defense able to stabilize. 32 seconds to go. Deadlocked trying to see if they can grab hold of this high ground. I like the play. I mean, you still have Doom here to worry about. Not to mention the rally coming in from hashtag Grain. MQT got theirs melted from Boltero. Boltero had the nano boost, able to work through that rally. This defense has everything it needs. This is looking like a hold here on point B. We will get a touch there from Senator Slime. You can see going over to Lucio, but there's just no ultimates here to try to overcome this deficit. Attackers kind of having to stagger in one at a time. Defense does, in fact, make a stand. Yeah, 5 against VP. That's what it was, Maddie. That's what it was.
Initiating match.
I couldn't remember. I knew it was one of the top teams. I couldn't remember which one it was.
Ready for battle.
What's up, Freak Show? Doing fantastic. Rimaro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I butchered it. All right, Rock with a good hold.
Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Aggressive bubble defense there. Pokes hanging out up top. Help secure Red Roof there for that initial approach and before dropping back to Roof. Do have Doom here just secured Orange Roof across the way. Yeah, a lot of crossfire. Quaver will help follow up on that. Senator Slime just took way too much damage. Great opener there for Rock. Especially considering, you know, they don't have that far to go as far as this map is concerned. Hashtag was able to fend off Pokes down low. Oh, Dabbing Ninja was low, as was Boltero, but Pokes can't quite lock him down. Has to bail on it, try to go back and regroup with Senator Slime. To try and hopefully get a touch here. Yeah, should be a touch incoming. Otherwise, you're looking at a 5.5 minute time bank. There goes Pokes in. Nice anti-nade lands from Dabbing Ninja. Senator Slime taken down. The Dabbing Ninja will pick up that final blow as well. Another huge bio-nade lands from Cake Queen on the opposite side. They had some good positioning up here, but a wonderful shield. Good follow-up there at a hashtag Grain. That's the point on the board. Still more than 5 minutes left in the time bank. Dabbing Ninja with 2 massive purples throughout that attack that, you know, really swung that with a quickness. That one will get blocked by the bubble. Love the approach over the rooftop. Can join with the bolo. It's an easy pick there for Boltero. That was a fun sentence to say. Pokes finds Dabbing Ninja there in the back line. So, Boltero, although, I mean, so close to this Primal, yeah, shouldn't feel real too bad about staying in aggressive on this. Might be able to pick up the auto. Oh no, kind of lost the auto there for a moment. Able to refocus. Is it in time? Yes. But in the meanwhile, Mech is able to put in a bunch of those bolts. Still, job well done there out of Boltero. Let's check in on Quaver with this pulse. And you still have, there was still a Brag lingering around back here. Aww. Thank you, Rimuro. You're too kind. Oh, nice little whip shot. Picks Doom Hair out of the air. And this, combined with this rally, available to go from MQT, able to solidify, able to stabilize. Now, I mean, okay, you do have double support ults on the other side as well. Next, swap it over to a Cassidy. Here, all you gotta do is just hold this high ground. Although you're giving up a lot of up-down maneuverability and a little bit of range coming off of the fray. There's the nano boost and on the Boltero. Rally popped here from the defense. We need QT trying to hold the line back here. Good job from Boltero, really just denying any sidelines up front, but Mac is able to find Dabbing Ninja in the back. Senator Slime has the Primal Rage, so even though they're not getting much healing, they have the ultimate to kind of make up for it. Good purple out of Kate Queen, initiates a kill on to, well, the entirety of the Rock. That's why it's weird and he's called Bull Skunk. Oof. Big damage on the Boltero. They're trying to kind of close that gap. Nano Boost on Senator Slime, and Kate Queen actually able to get out and, have a little fun in this fight. Not completely pinned back into the vault. Where's Pokes at? Ooh, Pokes is lurking. Sneaky, sneaky. Senator Slime. Whoop. Screenshot to lock in. Command screenshot. There's that pulse out of Pokes. Senator Slime goes back to stop a cheeky back cap. Good teamwork there out of Pokes and Senator Slime. Put another stop there. Remember, there was only over 5 minutes of the time bank for the Rock. More than half of that has already been sucked away. Vacuumed up. Matero gets angry about it. Heads up to the high ground. Deadeye out of Mech. Oh, a bit of a raise here. Mech tried to pop it, get as much damage as they could. But with the Mega still available, Boltero is confident to stick around. As I say that, we got a recall out of Pokes and reinforcements showing up here in the vault. Back on the point, hashtag Grain gets overwhelmed, but MimiQT gets stomped on by Boltero. Bouncing nade lands, as does the nano boost. That was a lot of extra healing on the Boltero just when they needed it most. Able to dodge around the pulse, using the bubble, jumps back into cover. Primal Rage from Senator Slime, though. Boltero was already on the back foot. Still, Doom here is getting in the thick of things, trying to put those deadly bolts in from up top. Has the Bolo to try to maybe close this out. Oh, it's going to pop off the Winston bubble. No damage from that one. Doom here will just narrowly miss a couple of shots onto Kate Queen in the back line. Quaver's getting some jobs done down low, though. MimiQT popping the rally here, try to hold. Will not last. Quaver blows them to smithereens. And there's the Rock with the cap. We're tied up 1-1.
Play of the game.
Now we're finding our rhythm, friends. Seems like the Rock might be as well. Excuse me. All right, Deadlocked getting a map pick here, heading into map 3. Control and Escort have both been picked already, so you have a hybrid flashpoint combination to choose from. Or Push, which is wild. You got 5 maps in this pool to choose from, or 2 maps from Push. It is going to be Suravasa, which will also take hybrid off the table for map 4. We are going to get a side swap here. Deadlocked will get your first ban here, so we'll just wait for that before we go take a look at some stats. While we're waiting on that, good time to bring up the schedule. We will have EMEA returning tomorrow. There were just simply no EMEA matches scheduled for Tuesday or Thursday, at least just the time I'm making my schedule. So that's why no EMEA matches today or day after tomorrow. But we will have Dragon's Vanguard taking on Empire Sithica for tomorrow for an EMEA match. All right, let's go look at some stats there from map number 2. I do EMEA and NA Master and Expert. The Master Division doesn't start until next week. So we only have Expert going for the first 2 weeks. But I do EMEA and NA all week long. Right now it's just a little, because the default days for Expert are Monday and Wednesday. So anything outside of that is teams just rescheduling. So like EMEA just didn't have any teams playing outside of the default days really, except for the one on Friday. But after, after the 19th, once next week comes along, you'll have Monday and Wednesday will be default day for Expert Division. Tuesday and Thursday is default day for Master Division. So I will fall into that rhythm for the rest of the season. Just the first 2 weeks were a little weird just because we had no Master Division. And then Friday is just kind of whatever's scheduled. Friday is kind of my open day. And so, it just kind of depends on whatever division scheduled or, whatever's going on. Sometimes I have collegiate Overwatch to cast. But there you go. All right, let's get into map 3. Let's see. What were those bands? We said we had a Freya band coming in from Deadlocked, who did swap over to the left-hand side.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It was an Orisa band. They're from the Rock.
Initial flashpoint. Mark it.
Fire for Stairwell. Deadlocked coming out of the Rock for Comp, Voltero, and the Rock sticking in the Winston here, heading into Flashpoint. Can be a difficult composition to play on what is, a lot of long, flat sight lines. So far, working out, Doom here is in the Sojourn here for this map. Once again, those long sight lines. Actually, both of our teams opting for the Soj here. Makes sense. You don't need as much vertical mobility, and I feel like the fights on Suravasa, are a little bit more brawly, perhaps a little bit more consistency in damage out of the Sojourn. Now, of course, we do have the Ana. Could be kind of the break point here for the Rock. In the back line, while you do have the Lucio Kiri backing up Senator Slime for Ramatra. Not a whole lot of sustain, to be honest, for Ramatra, but, I was going to say that Suzu could come in real handy. Senator Slime could still use it. They're getting chased down here. Quaver and the Rock won't get this control right back over. I do try to do advanced when I can. It's just all the O times do seem to overlap, so I've stopped advertising that as much just because I don't want to get people's hopes up. But I will cover advanced when I can, for sure, for sure. Consider Rush coming in out of Deadlock, trying to retake this point at 99. They do get the OT going. Nano boost available here from the Rock, though. Berto towing the line nicely, dropping the bubble, popping the primal, maximum sustain coming in from the Winston, giving Doom here plenty of time. Find some shots here from this high ground. The only challenge really coming in the form of Kate Queen here at the back of the fight. Point on the board there from the Rock.
Flashpoint ruins. Flashpoint unlocks.
96% towards an OC. With Voltero kind of getting caught out early on that one. It's going to be an easy first cap there for Deadlock. Good disengage from the rest of the squad. No one else getting staggered out. Screenshot to lock in. That's going to be overclock out of Doom here just as Voltero engages. Good purple lands as well. Oh! Quaver gets the deflect off of Mech's dub. OC, I believe. There to pick up that kill. Annihilation thrown in. We do have a Kitsune Rush. Here is a exclamation point if needed. Suzu doesn't quite cleanse Senator Slime, but they still had the Nemesis form after the Annihilation for a little bit extra sustain to the back of that fight. Give me a second fight win in a row here out of Deadlocked. Trying to chase down Mech. The Nano and Volterra just ate a lot of damage. Was down sub 100 health. The Kitsune Rush thrown in there from Deadlocked. And man, they just chewed through Volterra's health bar so quick. Chase is on as we head into Gardens. It looks like Rock was only 3 strong on this point. I know he saw 1 picked up in transit. I didn't see what happened. I don't know if Quaver just... Oh! Random screenshot to lock in, sorry. I don't know, I'm hitting that one a lot today. Volterra with a massive Primal Rage. Hopefully we get this play as the game, because I just missed all of it with that fantastic observing that I was just doing. I'm sorry, Volterra. That looked like a pretty mean Primal. Well done. Woo! That took a nasty chunk of damage there. That's Quaver coming in. Caught from behind. Moving in with Volterra to try to catch the flag, but a great sound barrier there out of MQT. Couldn't have been any better timed. They're out of MQT. Now the rest of the Rock forced to kind of back up, play between the pillars, give up control of the point. Volterra's just currently dancing around both their bubble and this vortex. Daddy Ninja, eventually does have to move off of that. Ana has been on a Kiriko here for a little bit. Doomhero picks up 1 with this OC. Now the Kitsune throwing in from Dabbing Ninja. Kate Queen does have the return. Senator Slime runs in to push down. Hashtag. Ooh, follows up with a couple of slams on a Doom here as well. The Mike Tyson cosplay looking very convincing here out of Senator Slime. And these two teams going back and forth here on Gardens. Neither team able to really maintain possession. Submarine engage from the Rock at 95%. Volterra's gonna pop the Primal Rage, jumps in the back of the pillars, catches Mech. Just gotten towards the tail end of their ultimate. Volterra sacrifices themselves for 2. Quaver trying to keep the pressure on from above. Some direct land. Folks stayed alive with that overcharge, but eventually Quaver will find that final shot. Let's look at the point up to 99 here for the Rock. Do we get a touch from the other side? Lucio comes flying in. There's the boom. We will not get the touch. 2 points on the board there for Rock. Great play out of hashtag. Quaver here trying to clean up some last second kills. See if they can find a stagger. Quaver coming up close on this Mirage. Everybody from Deadlock just kind of piling onto this point as well. Could be nasty. It's going to be a sound barrier out of MQT early. Quaver just going to wait this out. Molten Core from Pokes as well. Both ultimates used just to get first cap, but not able to find any kills. Let's see how Rock want to set up for this counterpunch. Look for them to try to get Quaver into position. Look to be working, try to think about one on the left-hand side. Moves in, perhaps get the turret. Drops in. There's the Mirage picking up 2. Mimikyu will go down throughout all that. Continuous was tossed in from K-Queen, trying to keep them alive. And Mac is able to find Boltero, Senator Slime. Puts the equalizer against hashtag Rain. This is a 3v3 left on the point. Quaver's still alive, throwing in some rockets from distance. But point in control of Deadlocked. So in this kind of 3v3 stalemate, they're building up percentage this whole time. Dabbing Ninja has returned. Kitsune rush out. Mech finds pick on the Doom here, though. It's just Quaver to put the hurt in on the Fora. Trying to utilize the rest of this Kitsune rush. Decides to forego that. Jump into the back line. Look for some cheeky angle. Nothing going. A bulwark has been built here from Deadlocked at 92%. It's a desperate move from Boltero with the primal rage to try to push in. Hashtag Rain gets a boop or maybe just a final blow. Either way, it was an important pick. 2v3 favoring the Rock. Player advantage taken away from by Senator Slime with a kill on a Doom here. Quaver's still on this point. Finds a kill on the Pokes. It is just Senator Slime to try to hold on here. Death from 1,000 cuts seems to be on the table. The hail's just a touch too late. Mimikyu tried to get in there to bail him out, but not quite in time. This point will continue.
Infused with light.
Woo. Quiver's trying to bring back the deficit. There's sound barriers thrown in. I think hashtag might have gotten taken out of theirs. Unless it landed before, but I don't think it did. I think hashtag absolutely lost that ultimate. With the annihilation fading, Senator Slime is forced to back off at this point. Rock is able to grab control, despite not getting max value out of the sound barrier, whether it was lost or not. I didn't see it land, but hey, you know, it could have landed previously and I just missed it. Ooh, nice little inversive concussion into the back line. Once again, Deadlocked are able to just kind of walk in and take control of this point. This does force the hand of the Rock to try to move back on. Good shot lands on the mech though. 4v4 now at this point. Suzu already is out of K-Queen, trying to get into position to heal up their front line under a bit of pressure there from Boltero. Boltero, oh, so close to the primal range, but won't get it up. Pokes is able to mow down the monkey. Deny, you know, put a little, what is it, melatonin? Doom OC Jax? Oh, I mean, losing an OC is just kind of like, that's just par for the course. It's not like losing a sound barrier, right? Like, it's like losing Barrage. Like, you don't call Barrage Jax, it just happens so much. Even a Rally Jax, it's kind of like, do you even bother calling that? Like, it just happened. Like, you know, rallies are popped in the thick of nasty fights, and, you know, the rally's gonna get focused once it's called. But, you know, the sound barrier not hitting the table, big deal. Huge deal. Anyway. I wax poetic while we get ultimates thrown on point, and okay, Mech loses their OC here. I guess one good Jax deserves another. Primal Rage started from Boltero, but first cap has already gone over to Deadlock. We are the fifth and final flashpoint here on Suravasa. Tied up at 1-1 between the two. Pokes is able to find and kill, but does not have the recall to regain that precious health back. Mimikyu. Number QT, excuse me. Able to survive on a speck of health, as I was going to say, before tripping over their name. Comes up with a good final blow, and that maintaining control here for the Deadlock. Kitsune Rush Barrage, ready to go. What are we looking at? We're looking at a dead Mimikyu is what we're looking at. Oh, Diving Ninja lucky to get that ultimate out. Cinder Slime just runs over 2-3 with the Annihilation. And Deadlocked are going to swing this map back. They go down early, but a swift pair of fights here on Palace will seal the deal. Deadlocked will move up 2-1. Yeah, there's just no ultas. Maybe if hashtag Grain would be able to get on and get a sound barrier up, but not even going to get the first half of that done. No touch. Deadlock win. 2-1.
Play of the game.
Oh, let me get some background music for you. There we go. Yeah, but he died the second he pressed Q. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, good catch, my friend. Good catch. Can't fault you for it. Good catch. Hate it when that happens. All right, call sale Runasapi here for the Rock to choose from. They have chosen Runasapi. Got a piece of a tea leaf in my mouth. When am I using a tea bowl? You got to make sure that they close properly. All right, let's wait for our first band to come through, and we'll take a look at our stats there from map 3. I swear I just need to move my T-bar into my office. Torbjorn band coming through from the Rock. They are staying in the red outlines as well. I'm going to get that Tor band plugged in so I don't forget. All right, let's take a look at some stats. Senator Slime, 29-6. They're in the Ramatra. But it's going to be Boltero and the Winston. Leading the server in damage, 17k. All right, let's get into map 4.
Initiating match.
Hazard ban coming in from Deadlocked, by the way. The Freya ban was from last map.
Ready for battle.
The Torbjorn getting targeted is no surprise. When we saw Boltero play Winston on Suravasa, a huge indicator that this team likes to play Winston on any map, and that is going to continue here in Runasapi. Not traditionally a good Winston map, but you know what? Neither is Suravasa. As such, the Torbjorn ban makes a lot of sense.
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
The Torb from Pokes was definitely giving Boltero some trouble through a bit of that. The Hazard ban coming in second. Maybe we did see Boltero pull out a Hazard on map 1. We weren't able to make it in, so we're not sure there. We started on Dorado, so all we have seen is the Winston out of Boltero. But with a Hazard ban, that could have indicated that, with a Torbjorn ban, which was first ban. What's up, Maverick? Appreciate you being here. Could have indicated that, perhaps Rock wanted to play some Hazard. Deadlocked had the inside scoop on that. Yeah, just go ahead and ban that out. It's possible. I don't. I'm speculating on that one. Maybe it could just be a, hey, we don't want you to play this hero, even though we know you're not going to anyway, but we got to put this band somewhere. Interesting thing is, Ana is still on the battlefield. Of course, you know, Dabbing Ninja started with Yana in the previous fight. He's already struggled to stay alive early in this one, but we are seeing a bit of a swing around here in the second leg of this engagement. Or the second fight, kind of depends on how you look at it. Looks more like one giant team fight to me. Either way, Rock come up with a bot. Just convert your T-bar to fit into a backpack. Yes! Oh, that's amazing. I don't know, I have 9 different tea varietals and glass jars. Although, like, a kettle and a backpack would be kind of an amazing idea. Like, you just dispense hot water. Great stick from Quaver. And this is Rock on track to win 2 in a row. It's a beautiful shooting. Finds the dome of Mech. Already a 5v3. Cakewing and Poke Senator all below half health here. Although even some half health, Cake Queen is a threat. Same can be said. Cake Queen comes up with 2 there at the end of that fight, by the way. Still, we get checkpoint for Rock. Technically 2 fight wins in a row. Couldn't ask for much more there if you're a Rock fan. I know, the problem is I'm out of tea. I mean, what made me think of that, Maddie, is I'm out of tea. I already finished my cup of tea for this match. Now I want more. Ooh, Doom here dropping a bolo in. Landed it directly on the mech, but great Suzu out of Cake Queen. I think negated the actual explosion damage from the ultimate. Still, we have a 3v2 in Rock's favor with a nano boosted Boltero. Trying to muscle through center. So who pops their ultimate with only those 2 players left. Mech dies shortly thereafter. So essentially a 1v3 annihilation there out of Senator Slime. We know Cake Queen is nasty on the Kiriko. I need to watch some more Cake Queen. I think we just need some more Cake Queen pop in our lives. As I say, that Doom here is going to pop pokes. That's the Queen of Cakes with the Kitsune Rush. Keep an eye on Doom here, who seems to have this bolo every team fight. That landed directly on the pokes, but the Suzu and the deflect deny any further damage. Sound barrier thrown in from hashtag Rain. Push in. Boltero using the primal rage, but here comes the counter punch. Pokes doesn't have much health, but has a katana in hand, trying to slice through. Will at least force a recall out of Quaver. Lands a headshot with 1, try shot there, but not much else. Still 5 strong. Rock continue to put pressure on this front corner. Doom here making sure to keep that window clean. Ooh, landed that shot on the mech as well. What was that, hashtag pushing up to try to follow? Yeah, I think thought about it. So a fight win for Rock. They push through windows. Get that past that all-important defensive position. Mech late on the combat roll, gets taken down early. Nice right click out of Boltero. Well played, well timed. That was truly sick, actually. Dude, you can see why Boltero just wants to play monkey. Another great right click. Yellfire finding center slime before they can get back in Mech. Right at the halfway mark, and Rock are already threatening to end the map. Just support ult available here for Deadlocked, and you can see the sound barrier coming in immediately. Dabbing Ninja stuck in the corner. Boltero find the kill on a quick thing. Megan, taking that second support ult off the table, and it's just Lucio heals left here for Deadlocked. But Pokes and Mechs are able to trade out. That should be enough, even though, you did get hashtag Gray picking up a kill there through that. There's just not enough sustain for Rock to completely cap out. Oh, they get it darn close.
The breeze brings relief.
Oh, didn't quite make it over. Oh, no, still didn't quite make it over. Baltero's trying to get out. While Doomhair's trying to find their way into the fight. Does eventually get over the rooftop alongside Quaver, able to combine for a kill on the mech using the bolo amidst all that. So good disengage from Baltero. You know, I don't know. Doomhair, maybe it was a blessing in disguise. It took him a minute to get into the fight. You have a low Kate Queen. Pokes on your back, though. Kate Queen, not as easy to take down as they might look. Oop! Putting that into effect. Little double swift step to get the hell out of dodge. That was a headshot on a dabbing ninja. Pokes gonna go try to find that one. Blink it inside. Wants to go around, see if they can finish off. Knows the nade has already been used out of ninja. Would love to get this nano boost off the table, but good job from dabbing ninja backing all the way up. Pokes can't quite risk going that far up. Nano boost throws in. It goes in on the Baltero. Sail Bearer comes out from the QT. Mac, Kate Queen, everybody throwing damage down onto the Winton, and the Winton will fall. This should be a much-needed fight win here out of Deadlocked. Deadlocked, excuse me. They're not Dreadlocks. That would be a very different logo. Now I want to make a team called Dreadlocked. It's just the Dreadlock logo with dreads. The Deadlock logo with dreads. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm not neurodivergent. You're neurodivergent. I don't know what you're talking about. Push is definitely the most comebackable game type, and Runasapi may be... Well, I don't know if it's Runasapi or Esperanza. Both are pretty darn comebackable. They go back and forth in my mind of which one is the absolute most swingable map in the entire game. So despite the 140-0 lead, we do have a checkpoint picked up here, and Deadlocked are well on their way. They are going to have a continuing rush into this fight. Kate Queen currently under a lot of duress, though. Quaver and Baltero pick up a kill. Quaver actually finds 2 throughout this fight in the water wheel. Really good fight win. They wrestling the bot back here to the midpoint as well. So this is going to be some decent progress here from the Rock. And about that 90-second mark, I mean, that was a... that's where things could have really started snowballing in Deadlock's favor. So, really, really important fight. Now, Kitsune Rush thrown in, and we're kind of getting into a must-win situation here for Kate Queen and the rest of Deadlock, but this Kitsune Rush will not be enough. Baltero with another monstrous Primal Rage, this one finding 3. And things are once again looking a bit desperate for Deadlocked. We seem on track for a map 5, friends. 30 seconds to go. I just said that, Athena. I just said that. Quaver gets a stick onto Kate Queen here in the back, who's gone over to an Ana, by the way. And this could just end the map right here. Wanted to get it with just the pulse pistols. Will. Kate Queen is down. Baltero's nano. And Mac is the next on the chopping block. 4v3. Rock have the player advantage. They're chasing Mimikyu around. Mimikyu will fall. A broken fight. The Pokes ends up outmanned inside the center room. This is just a lone center to slob on the point. Here comes reinforcements. Hashtag Cradle full. I mean, the MQT is back. It's a broken fight, but Quaver's able to clean up Mac. They're in the distance, and that's going to do it. We're definitely neurodivergent in this chat. Yeah. We're going to map 5. Let's have like start our week. Let's go. We got a map 5. I didn't notice that. I was too busy watching tier 2 5-7 days a week. Oh my goodness. Damn it, my tea's gone. Circuit pick. This was an interesting pick just because, I mean, you had everything to choose from. So it wasn't like they only had to choose from Escort. Rock could have chosen from any, Deadlock could have chosen from any game type, and they did choose Circuit Royale. They also banned Altheana. Yes, or aimbotting. Thank you for the follow. All right, so take a look at some stats there from map 4. Oh, I totally forgot about Preds like a long time ago. Y'all want some Preds? Who won map 2? Oh, it doesn't matter. There we go. I'm trying. All right, I'm trying to get in the habit. All right, what do we notice in here? Oh, Boltero. Jeez. Good lord. Boltero just taking over. That's an insane performance on the Winston. My goodness. Quaver 36-3 in the Tracer as well. Nasty. Highest Elim Spheres deaths. Great map out of the Rock. My goodness. All right, we're getting loaded into circuit here. Let's go check what that ban was there from the Rock.
Initiating match.
That's a Ramatra ban. Map 5 time. Let's do it.
Ready for battle.
I owe my gifts to the iris.
Five, four, three, two, one. Stop the pain.
Ooh, Miki 2 would have been a nice target for those early shots. Fortunately, the first one didn't quite land. I think the second one actually hit. We're going to get an immediate push around this corner here. Voltero, the first time, switches off to Winston. Then your Slav gets overwhelmed, and that's just going to be push. It depends on the series, Clark. So I've tried to do whole series bets before as well. But then it becomes tricky on like how long you leave them open. And so it feels like, you know, people who don't get here like in map 1 don't get to bet at all. You know, but otherwise I have to leave the Preds open for more than just one map. So it kind of becomes a tricky image. And we have actually tried that. It's a good suggestion. It's something we've kind of gone back and forth here on this channel. I like doing a map to map just because I feel like you just get more interaction. I just you know, when I'm doing it by myself, it's just hard on a delay. Because I have to close them out 2 minutes after, like, the game ended for me, and I'm usually better about it. I'm just, you know, I had a long weekend, and I'm kind of off my rhythm today. I'm sorry. But a good suggestion. Good shots from both Mech and Doom here. Unfortunately, Mech on the receiving end of Doom hairs. Discord and Boltero, though, still in a bit of trouble, forced to fall back. Mecha's going to switch off of the Widowmaker, come over to a Cassidy. And we get more and more brawly look coming out from Deadlocked to try to hold this corner. Ant Matrix thrown up immediately. Good Gravitic Flux kind of devaluing the window quite a bit. Blizzard throwing in from Quaver's going to hit 2, though. Cat Queen frozen solid just on the edge of that ultimate. And that could just be enough for a second point on the board. Cleaning up my desk, and I just found 10 South African dollars. I don't know where that came from. I'm just gonna take a long stab in the dark and say South Africa. There you go. That's a free dad joke for you, friends. You didn't have to spend any points for that one, Matty. Pokes returning with the Blizzard. That was a great wall, but some wonderful damage from afar. I mean, Pokes had to hesitate on this. And there was a Gravitic Flux combo with the Blizzard there, and that's just going to be a whole host of kills and a hold here out of the defensive Deadlocked. I think they're still looking for Doom here. Yeah, Doom here managed to escape, managed to elude capture.
We are planning to move the payload, right?
Now hiding up here. Oop. Coming out for the ambush. Can't land either of the shots. Both on the heels of the targets. Good timing, though. Rally up. Wall there. And a push out of Rock will mow over this defense. Even though Doom here didn't actually land the shots, provide some good pressure from the back end. There's no disengage available. Nice little sandwich play there out of a Rock. They will have a Bolo and a Phlox here to close this out. Mech on the high ground with the Deadeye, looking for some skulls. Boltero low from the torpedoes, an easy pick. Here comes the disengage from the rest of the team. Nicely done. Oh, Junior's going to go ahead and try and invest in this, despite Toon getting stuck out low, and that's an important too. You're not going to be able to push without the break in the main in this composition. No, I mean, it was a good suggestion, Clars. Definitely a good suggestion. We thought about it. We've gone back and forth here. No, keep them coming. I appreciate the input. 100%. Very much appreciate the input. We still have a Gravitic Flux ready to go, but you are looking at an orbital ray on the other side. So, unless it can confirm kills, the orbital should be able to top up this defensive Deadlock through the Flux. But any initial poke damage or, you know, focus on a Doom here and somebody that's in the air, this could be lethal. This could be nasty. Especially since everybody's kind of looking bunched up here on this point. There it is. Flux is going to come in. Wall up. Does not LOS it, and the Flux is huge. Senator Slime gets just smashed. Pancaked on the back of this point. It's kind of gone into full chaos. There was a good block there from Quaver's wall. Actually, the May wall keeps them out of LOS, but Boltero, not so lucky. What a shot! Flies the head of Pokes underneath the cart. Quaver and the Rock tried to continue to push Sand's tag, but it just snuck a few extra meters out of that. That was a fantastic shot, though, Quaver. I got to give you props on that. That was nasty. Quaver's going to throw the Blizzard into the corner, Rally and Deadeye out of the top to try to hold it. Boltero is able to fight, is caught by the Deadeye of Mag. couple of great headshots, and this rally is going to fall flat as well. Max just kills everybody from the high ground. Insane shooting. This is going to be everybody falling to Mac. That's an ace. Well done. Well done indeed. Two caught in the flux. Voltero manages to dodge the rock and is trying to get out of there. Actually, Voltero putting pressure down, jumps down to their doom out of the window. And this fantastic hold continues here out of Deadlocked. They've gotten this clock down to under a minute. With, I mean, just an incredible defensive swap. Mech on this cast has been a force to be reckoned with, and kind of a real line to get past. The true X Factor thorn on the side. Yeah, Mira, Brig, Juno, Sig, not to mention the May for both. Orbital available from the defense. Nice catch. He's going to find Mac. Thought they might have even popped their ult in that as well, but they did not. Center Slime throws it up as his mini QT. And the orbital from Kate Queen will not be enough to survive at all. You do have a couple that were caught there in the blizzard from pokes, but it does not save their life. Still 4 strong. This cart is drifting towards the third point there. The OT running. Rock lands on the mech immediately. Sit back at a spawn. A Maga swap to try to hold the line. There's a rally on this point from MQT. Might be able to do this. Dabbing Ninja is close to an orbital ray. Voltero is low. Quaver's already down. Dabbing Ninja just dancing around the back line, trying to keep everybody alive, hoping to get this orbital up, but Voltero's low as the orbital comes in from space. High noon from the back line of Mech gets Dabbing Ninja down. And this card is stopped shy of its third point. Just run down Sig and win game. Interesting assessment. We'll keep an eye on that.
Initiating match.
But it's why we're seeing kind of the, I guess the Brig may help protect against that. Definitely cool insight. Definitely something I'll be keeping an eye on, Kirkle. Vrah.
5, 4,
Doomhair sticking with that Freya. Where's Doomhair playing at? Okay, Doomhair's up here.
Let's get them off the payload.
He was looking for the jump shot from Mech. There it is. Oh, Doomhair's super low. I think that wall might have saved him. Mech tried to find it. Oh, can't quite lock it in. Man, Mimic Q2 has gone down through all. There's the shot. Mech was able to find Doomhair with that one. Ooh, had a vulnerable Dabbing Ninja. And just kind of shanked it. Had Dabbing Ninja's giant dome sitting in the corner. And just kind of shanked it. I do love this skin, by the way. The OWCS skin on the Widowmaker. It looks really clean. Nasty bloodbath of a fight. They're in between the May walls. Got a rock and This should be enough to finish off Voltero and the Rock defense. I love the insight in chat, y'all. I appreciate it. I'm getting some cool insight here from PZ and Careful. Yeah, I love my my little brig commands in there. It's just funny. Consider, excuse me, Gravitic Phlox. There from Senator Slive just ends up getting kind of baiting themselves into a bad situation. There was a beautiful wall and subsequent blizzard there out of Quaver, ended up being the big difference maker through that fight. Are you going to continue to push? Yes. You can see Center Slap doesn't slow down at all. So run down the sink does seem to be the name of the game here. Wall has to be used defensively. They're out of Quaver, but Dabbing Ninja cannot find safety. The Orbital Ray goes back into spawn with Dabbing Ninja. This has been a pretty swift run here thus far. We're going to get a rally recontest here at the very end. Got double support ult, as a matter of fact. From the defending Rock. It is hashtag Grain. It's able to get out and get the touch. Now Voltero is going to go ahead and dial in. The Orbital has come and gone here for this defense, and so far they don't have anything to show for it. Now the rally get popped, though. Hashtag Grain does a good job of staying conservative with this ult. It holds on to it for the back of the fight. Really needs to pick up Cake Queen here. It's going to be a huge Gravitic Flux out of Voltero. That was enormous! That'll do it. What a play. What a Flux. Quaver, I can't believe they get that blizzard onto the battlefield, honestly. It looked like it might have interrupted the Flux. I did not see the Flux slam down. The Flux may have just missed, but Voltero gets walled in either way, is once again the first to fall. And focusing down the sig does seem to be the plan here from the attacking Deadlocked. Both successful fights. They've managed to use the main wall and isolate Voltero, find that first kill. Of course, the fight before this was when Voltero was able to survive and get the enormous Flux into the fight. Well, that pop will just give you motion sickness. Enormous blizzard here. All the Rock kind of trying to come through that little choke. I mean, that was just silver platter there for pokes in the blizzard. I will say it makes sense that Doomhair wants to play a little bit further back, right? Like, I don't feel like the Rock wants to play that close, like in those little close quarters like that whatsoever. Blizzard or no blizzard. Voltero able to get the kinetic grasp up in time on this one. Has kind of got bamboozled by a couple Fluxes there on Rock's attack, but ends up with just a whole bunch of health to kind of push forward. Put some pressure in here towards the front lobby. My own little commands with Rig and Ram are making me giggle. Where I don't care anymore. That's where Orbital Ray, disengage, rally from MQT will not be enough, and a really nice run down there from the Rock.
What a shame.
Yeah, Ram is banned. Okay. I should put a cooldown on that. I didn't think about that. I'll put like a 60-second cooldown on that. Ooh, nice shot. Got some good bulk damage out of that as well. Quaver did throw a blizzard up at top. I think Cake Queen's the one caught in that, but Cake Queen's holding that ultimate. I mean, you could have really used that orbital. Senator Slime is able to sneak out a couple extra meters, but that was Doomhair's ultimate from the high ground. Whoop! I think they were trying to land back up top. Ended up having to drop. There comes the rest of the team dropping with, and it's going to be a 4-person Gravitic Phlox. Senator Slime catches the disengage beautifully. The return fire is good. The orbital array, though, kept everybody alive only initially. The rally follow-up 2v3, but the defender's advantage means that Deadlocked are in a really tough spot here. With Pokes picking up a kill, now I'm really curious what they want to do. Looks like they are going to go ahead and back up, wait for Slime to get back in this fight. Pokes Blizzard thrown on the corner. Great wall. Is able to trap two, and that mech comes up with the final blows. They were hoping to get into the pink rose to LOS the Blizzard, but not happening. Remember, this is Deadlocked. I mean, approaching the final box. Final fight for the series. Coming up right here. We're going to get an Orisa swap. Quaver with a Blizzard. Mecha's going to go throughout the Deadeye. Finds Doomhair immediately. Quaver's Blizzard does get unleashed onto the point. MQT will go down 98% to rally. Dabbing Ninja gets the final blow. Volterra really holding the line. And with an orbital ray over top, this is the Rock with all the tools they need. Final fight of the entire series, but the Rock hang on. GG's in the chat. What a way to kick off week 2.
Play of the game.
Yeah, that was quite the play. Ram is another name for Winton. Breg Ram Winton. Oh, you were trying to see which one to pick? Actually, an interesting test there, PC. Apparently, Stream Elements really likes Ram. Really likes Ram. I'll put a countdown on those. Still pretty funny though. Hey, I cracked myself up. All right, we have a little fun around here. I mean, with a match like this, how can you not be having fun? I mean, map 5 banger. It doesn't get any better than that. Final fight. What a great debut for both of these teams. So our first look at both of them. Rockets, I mean, their first year in the league. Deadlocked, first season, an expert here. So first time getting both of these teams on stream. Volterra coming up 41-11 there in that map 5 is going to have most elims. Only one ahead of Quaver there on the there in the DPS. Once again, we would get Volterra with most damage as well. 22.5 roughly there in the DPS for that map. Volterra, from what we saw, seemed to, I mean, really be a driving force behind this whole series. You know, map 1, unfortunately, we weren't able to get on stream. You did have Doomhair with most damage in that one, but look at Pokes. Pokes really took over in map 1. My goodness, Pokes goes 24-4 there in the first map. But Rock are able to come back and tie it up on their map pick of Dorado. We saw to see Volterra, you know, really getting unlocked. 16k there at 34-6 in the Winton. Stays with the Winton and Suravasa, though they don't take the map. You still have Volterra with most damage in the lobby. Then Rock able to bounce back there in map 4. 14k and really taking over. Volterra just absolutely dominating in map 4. Will once again lead in map 5. I think would be the MVP here. I think would be the MVP. I mean, it's a team effort. It's hard to give MVPs in Overwatch in my opinion, but it's definitely a team effort.